In the shipping industry, we often talk about the P&I Club. So today's video is on what is a P&I Club and what liabilities do P&I clubs cover. So we'll start with what is a P&I Club. A P&I Club stands for Protection and Indemnity Club. Later on in the video, I'll tell you what protection stands for and what indemnity stands for. But the P&I Club is actually an insurance mutual, a club that provides collective self-insurance to its own members. So the P&I Club is a not-for-profit mutual club owned by its insurers themselves. As it has no shares to issue, it does not need to make a profit or pay dividends. The membership is comprised of common interest groups who wish to pool their risk together in order to obtain at-cost insurance cover. P&I is insurance in respect of third-party liabilities and expenses arising from owning ships or operating ships as principals. If I can explain this simply to you, the P&I Club basically comprises of the ship owners. And what the ship owners do is they actually pool in their resources in terms of finance or money, and they cover their members from those pooled resources. So for example, if a ship owner has an accident and he needs to be covered from the P&I insurance, the P&I Club will use some of its resources to cover for the losses incurred by the particular ship owner. The ship owner will then on a later date make some extra payments as contribution towards the P&I Club. So at a particular time the losses are covered by the P&I Club, but then those losses are compensated later on by the ship owner again at a later date. Each club is controlled by its members through a board of directors or committee elected from the membership. The board or committee retains a responsibility for strategic and policy issues but delegates to full-time managers the day-to-day running of the club functions. Protection covers the third-party liability of ship owners or members for which he is liable by owning and operating a ship, whereas the indemnity part covers the third-party liability of the members for which he becomes liable by carrying cargo. So I hope you get the difference between protection and indemnity here. For instance, a few P&I clubs are the UK P&I Club, the North of England P&I Club, West of England P&I Club, etc. What liabilities do P&I clubs cover? Well, liabilities covered include liabilities in respect of seamen and passengers or persons other than seamen or passengers. Diversion expenses are covered. Liabilities and expenses in relation to deserters, stowaways and refugees are covered. Liabilities for life salvage, collision with other vessels, loss of or damage to property, pollution, towage, wreck liabilities, quarantine expenses, cargo liabilities, liability arising under certain indemnities and contracts, unrecoverable general average contributions, ship's proportion of general average, property on board the insured vessel, special compensation to salvors, fines incurred by the vessel, inquiries and criminal proceedings, liabilities and expenses incurred by the direction of the managers, and sue and labor and legal costs. Thanks.